Hey my heathens, J4D3 here, drawing a beholder from Dungeons & Dragons. Now this speed paint is a lot longer, it's 23 and a half minutes, and the reason why is because I didn't speed it up as fast as I usually do. And I thought it would be interesting to show off some of my processes so you can see a little better what I do when I draw. And so that's why I picked this particular drawing, because I didn't sketch anything out ahead of time. I just started doodling away. And what it is I'm so nerdy. What it is a beholder from the fantasy role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons. And if you're not a D&D player, what these things are is floating, basically orbs covered in eyeballs that are on these eye stalks, kind of like tentacles. And each eye has a different magic power. Like the big eye right in the middle is an anti-magic eye. So if it looks at you, you can't use any magic in the game. And then one of them puts you to sleep. One eye will disintegrate you. One eye is a death ray. They're a horrible creature to run into if you're playing the game. So that's what this monster is. I decided to do a monster instead of doing a pinup because I don't know. I draw a lot of pinups, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do something, a little more out of the ordinary. It's Sunday today here in the Pacific Northwest, the 18th, and we just got dumped on with snow. So it's only 6 inches worth of snow, but to us in Washington, in the Northwest, Oregon, Northern California, 5 inches of snow or 6 inches of snow is a lot of snow, especially on this side of the Rockies, which is the west side. And I'm dreading going out. I gotta go to the store, and I'm dreading going out and driving around in it because everyone else is out there driving around in it, and they all are going to be driving like a bunch of assholes, I'm sure. So, I guess we can talk about the drawing a little bit, more. The materials I'm using are alcohol-based markers and a number 2 5mm mechanical pencil. I usually draw with mechanical pencils instead of wood pencils, unless I'm doing a pencil, a finished pencil piece where the drawing's going to just be a pencil drawing. Then I'll use traditional wood pencils that are different gradients. But just for, if I know I'm going to do something in markers or watercolor, I'll use a mechanical pencil. I like the little lines you get from it. The circles, one of them was a blue that I made. One of them was for the beholder monster. His body was a blue painter's tape. And then the big circle in the background is my Christmas cookie plate. So that's the plate that Santa gets when he shows up to my house. That's where he puts cookies on. That's because of my studio in the basement where I got my house. All the Christmas stuff is stored next door to my art studio, so I just grabbed it from the storage room. It's perfect size, especially for this paper. This paper is 11 by 17 inches, and it's laser printer paper, which I use because it doesn't suck up a ton of ink when I'm using with those alcohol markers. And that's the thing, they go dead so quickly. And I've used several different kinds of markers, so they're not all Copics. They're not all refillable. So that's kind of the way that goes. And also, I only have like maybe a dozen refills. I need to go buy more. I took a risk and bought some cheap alcohol markers, like a set of 80 of them for $40. They showed up yesterday. And they're turning out pretty good. I didn't use them on this piece because this isn't. I drew this earlier in the week. But my new ones, I'm drawing a xenomorph from the Aliens franchise, and it's turning out pretty cool with the new markers. I'm actually impressed. They're not super shitty. They actually turn out quite nice. Which is, when you're buying cheap Chinese markers, you never know what you're going to get. As far as quality. In fact, I've bought some and they've just showed up, and some of the markers were already like dried out. Just kind of frustrating. I'm gonna have to go to the store later on today. I need to get some vegetables. I'm gonna make like vegetarian street tacos, and as soon as I'm done doing the audio on this video, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Excuse me. If there's anything anybody would like to see me draw, go and leave me a comment. I usually do all the drawings that people suggest because I enjoy that. I like the interaction with you guys. Although it does take me a long time to get them done. I don't always just crank through artwork when I get suggestions from my subscribers or other people who stumble on my video. But it's not that I don't want to. It's that I also work a full-time job at the big airplane factory here in the Pacific Northwest. That's the company that makes the 777 airplanes. So I'm always at work all the time. Just kind of bites. This pen right here is a Tombow hard nib brush pen. It's a disposable one. I get them from Japan. I buy them through Amazon, and I guess they're mostly used for letter writing with Japanese characters, kanji, or if that's not the right word, the Japanese alphabet, because they have a brush-like quality, so you get the swoops and the different line variations, thicker or thinner. I really like them a lot for doing this kind of artwork because alcohol markers don't smear this ink, so they're permanent, they're pretty light fast, so they don't fade, which doesn't really matter, I guess, when I'm doing the coloring with alcohol markers, because alcohol markers don't have a super long life. They can fade out from sunlight and exposure. I keep all my finished pictures in black portfolio cases to protect them. And if you look around on my channel, you can see there's a couple reviews where I go, like 5 or 6 of them, where I go and show off that artwork. So I've been on YouTube for going on 2 years now. And I really like it. I really like making videos. I think the best thing about it is having the interaction with people who watch them. It's the best. I got a friend in Japan, GQ, who I would never have met if I didn't do this. Like I haven't met him, but he comments on my videos, I comment on his, and they're pretty. He's a pretty cool guy. He does these things where he does walkthroughs through Tokyo or other areas, and I put those on in the background when I'm drawing because I like to listen to him talk. So that's kind of like my my white noise. He also does video game playthroughs, and they're not like your sorry GQ, they're not like your normal video game playthroughs. They're all these older retro games, and it's pretty cool how he does it. So, if anyone's interested, you should go check out his channel. You can just type his name in the search engine for YouTube. It's spelled JIKYUU, and his channel will come up. So go do that if you haven't. And check him out. He's really good, real funny. So what I'm doing right now is with this Tombow Japanese pen. I'm inking in closely to the detail because I'm gonna ink in the rest of the picture with a wide Copic marker, so I can color all the background black. And the reason why I'm doing this is kind of a like a stained glass effect in a way, and that's where you have brighter colors and a black or dark gray background. So whatever you're drawing will kind of pop and explode off the page. So that is why I did that technique. I do like these wider Copics for just this kind of thing. Although I have to refill them quite a bit. I don't know if the reservoir must be small or something, or the amount of ink that comes out is so crazy that's why I gotta use refills on these guys. I have like 4 of these things because they keep coming. I buy my Copic markers in sets, and in the smaller sets I've gotten a couple of them that have. Let's see, I gotta refill this one. That have these thicker, black, wide Copics. This is a 100. Is the pen number. Yeah, and it always helps to pull the nib out, and after you refill it, you want to prime the nib back up. That's what I was doing there. So, man, if you have watched this far into my video, let me know if you think it's a good idea that I run them at this slower speed, even though it makes the videos longer. If that's something anyone's interested in, I'll do more of them. Not all the time, but once in a while. And if I get a bunch of questions, that would be cool, because then I can actually answer the questions on these longer videos. And I do really like that kind of interaction with you guys. So go for it if that's something you're interested in doing. Or because that would be cool. It'd be cool to have the relationship. God, how can I say that without sounding more goofy? Anyways, yeah, there you go. So what else is going on here with me? YouTube. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 200 and... What am I at today? 203 subscribers. And they're going to stop monetizing me the 20th of February. Because you have to have 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. And anyways, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to me. And I'd like to get monetized again. So I've been doing this, like I said, for almost 2 years, and my monetized videos have made a whopping $10. But it's just I'd like to do that. What's going on here is I got a piece of black ink stuck on this flesh-colored wider Copic, and you see it where it's smeared on the side. I was trying to clean it off. And what I ended up having to do is color in the background, the portal that the beholder's coming through, with a darker brown. That is not a Copic pen. That's one of my other brands. Man, I'm not sure what brand that is either. It's one of the new ones I just got, so I don't have the brand title memorized. But it's got a brush nib and pretty good ink. None of these were really that dry. I got like a flesh-colored set, or skin tone set. I got like 3 skin tone sets, and so I have been really trying to utilize them as much as possible. I'm going to get out of the corner, I know it. So I'm doing the audio after the drawing's done, yeah. I got a Copic whiteout. And this one's also run out of ink, so I'm probably going to refill it too. Yeah. They're really easy to refill. A lot of people just drip the ink right onto the nib, but I like to pull it out and fill up the reservoir and then prime it. It works way better. Get a lot more ink in there. Now watch when I put this down, it's going to be super dark because it's all juicy full of Copic ink. So what I did too on this piece is I laid down the base colors, like that weird fleshy color, and then went over it again with brown, and I'm putting brown around the black also because it blends in, and so it has like a super dark chocolate brown. Oh man, look at that. I'm missing Sorry guys, I was missing my camera quit recording, and so when I laid down all the colors on the beholder, it didn't record. I'm so sorry about that. So I think he kind of looks like a like an angry testicle. So I used all these skin tones on him. And then what I'm doing right now is I'm going over stuff with a gel pen. Oh, what a bummer. It's too bad that video that I lost it somehow, because I wanted to talk about how I use all these blues and light purples and things like that. Because, you know, when you talk about skin color or basically anything, it's all made up of all these different shades. I didn't even put the... Oh, it kind of makes me mad. I didn't even put the highlights on the eyes. You missed that. And I love the way those look. They look like they're all wet and oozy, kind of like that big center eye. You know, I'm sure when you're an evil eyeball monster like this beholder, it's gross. Look at those shiny veins. It's probably a fairly uncomfortable life. You know, you don't have any hands. You're just a giant eye stalk. So this has been the weirdest video I've done for a while, in the way I'm talking. I guess I'm preoccupied thinking about having to drive out in the snow. Where do you guys live? Do you live any place where it snows a lot? It doesn't really snow that much here, and this late in the year, it's crazy. that we were having this kind of snow. Now, I didn't originally go over this piece with a black outline, but then I decided to add it in here because I wanted to pull the beholder off the background. You can see that works pretty good. That's kind of the other part of the stained glass effect I was talking about. You know, with a thicker black outline. It's like the leading in a stained glass window that separates the pieces of glass. And it makes the rest of the picture more vibrant. At least in this style of illustration, using markers. So, well, we are almost to the end here, my heathens. I was going to ask you if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you've made it this far through my video, I know this is a long one, because I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's my new goal. So, thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe if you have not done any of those things. I really appreciate it. And let me know what you want to see me draw, because I always like suggestions. Although I usually do pinups, comic book people, role-playing game monsters, things like that. Mostly pinups on this channel. Anyways, my heathens, I'm going to bounce out of here. So, you guys take care. And I'll talk to you later. One thing about marker art is you have to get some of these gel pens, the white ones. They make everything look so much better. Alrighty, I'm done. I'm done, my heathens. Peace. Take care of each other.